So this video, it's another video part of the series where have been built AI automation to handle automatically all the Instagram comment. And this video today, I'm gonna start as a series of the video for the same propose, but this time I'm gonna be show you how you can use AI automation flow to handle your Instagram DM. Okay, so the video that I have been doing so far is how you can build AI automation flow to handle all the comment that the user your follower is made on your Instagram account through the post, reels, etc. In this series, the video, I'm going to be show you how you can utilize of the n8n automation flow to handle all your DM automatically. It's efficient. It's amazing. I had to do that myself to see how powerful it is. Okay, so I'm very excited with the comments and feedback that I have been received so far. And actually, it has been helped me when I'm prepared those videos to keep in mind some of the questions that I have on my video. So I will make sure I answer them. Okay. So one of the questions is going to be about the filter, and I'm going to build one as well as part of this series to handle DM in our Instagram automatically. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the filter because it was asked. Okay. And then other questions also that I have to go through. I'm gonna make sure I answer them as well. Okay. So you watching this video, if you have any question, leave in a comment. So when I'm prepared the next video, I will make sure I answer the question for you as well. By the way, my name is Justiniano Alves. I'm a software engineer. I build mobile apps, web apps, and now build AI agent. Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen and walk you through the process. Okay. How to build automation flow to enable your AI agent to take care of all the DM for yourself associated to your Instagram account. Okay. So let me share my screen with you. Okay. As you see here, these were the flow that I built to handle all the comment made in our Instagram account by our followers. Okay, so now I'm gonna change this flow to also handle DM. Okay, which is message. So as you know, for the steps, we create a Facebook Meta app, which gave us the credential that we need for our flow, our workflow, automation workflow, to communicate with Instagram in our behalf. You have to have an app. And in this app, you have to do some configuration. For example, this is the app, okay, that I create. And then this is the Instagram account that this application will be connected to. Okay. And then this application will be able to have access to the data for the webhook that we enable. Okay. So far, I enabled two webhooks. One is the comment and one is the messenger. Okay. Just the test, one thing it's very important. When you build this automation flow, please test. Test as much as you can to find any bug, anything, to make sure it's work. So now I'm going to click test. Okay. And then I'm going to come here to the comment. I'm going to just send one test. Okay. I send one test and it seems like it works successfully. I have this reply IG comment no disactivate because it will try to send auto reply to that user which does not exist, because at a test it will fail. So just not have that error fail on my screen and make me feel bad. That's why I disable. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something very interesting. So if you click here on the handle data, On that test that I sent with a comment, okay, one thing you're going to notice, this is the body. It has this entry, time, change, field, comment, value, etc., etc. Okay, but now I'm gonna just duplicate this screen because I want to keep this open. I want to show you something. Okay, so now I'm gonna still test it here. This time I'm gonna send another test, but I'm gonna send a messenger. Okay, I'm gonna send a test messenger. So I send a test message, error, which is totally fine because this flow only knows how to handle comment. It doesn't know how to handle message. For instance, look at this. This time, because I'm sending a message, look at entry, ID, time, change, field message. Okay. So as far I can tell you, the structured data kind of look at the same, but you see a lot of field failure. Look, the mapping that I had here, it's gonna fail. Okay, because those field does not exist. The let's say the body, the messages is different. Okay, so if I come to this one, you see field, comment, value, media. So all data is completely different. So then when you have the message, you have a different data. Okay, so we want to be able, when the webhook, because we want to use the same webhook. Okay, so now let me close this. We want to, since it's one Instagram account, we want this webhook to be able to process both message and comment. Okay, but we need to find a way to differentiate if the webhook that we receive is a messages or a comment. I'm going to show you my solution, but feel free to do your own investigation in case you find that my solution is not the best. And then if you find another solution that is best, the one that I'm about to propose, please share with me, that I want to know as well. Okay. So this is the solution that I'm going to propose. Okay. So it's very complex because we have this change field message. Okay. And then if I go, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you that. Let's see. I think I lost that. Okay, we have the field comment. Okay, we could possibly look at the field. Okay, look at the field. If it's a comment, we send that for the comment direction, and then if it's a message, we send that to the message direction. We can do that. We can do that. Okay, so but one thing that it's very interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, it's a type the data, okay, that you might receive. I'm just look at the here. You might receive like a live might not be the same that use the test. Okay, so this is something also you have to look into that. Okay, pay attention to the data that you receive, so then you can build your code to handle that properly. Okay, so one thing that I'm gonna do right now, I'm going to show you one possible solution how you can handle this situation. Okay. So I'm going to remove this because as I show you, this field is failing because is based on the assumption that it receive a comment and it's tried to do the mapping, looking for certain type of data that does not exist when the webhook is from messaging. Okay. So my solution, there is this node we call node, or you can call action if you want, that n8n provide you, which is the code. Okay, so the code basically it run JavaScript. Okay, this is my solution because I'm a software engineer. I know how to program in JavaScript. Okay, but I'm going to tell you something. Those days, pretty much anyone how to program a JavaScript with a chat GTP. Okay, you throw the question there, it return the code for you. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do here, okay, let me connect this. I don't want this to connect to this node. I want it to be connected to this node. So when I receive the data, the first thing that I'm gonna do, okay, I'm gonna clean So I'm going to run this for all items. Okay, this is the JavaScript type language, but they have a Python, just a better version. But I know JavaScript. Okay, so basically, what I want to do is for this data, if it has certain field that qualify that webhook as a message, okay, I'm gonna add I'm gonna categorize. I can put a category or type. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. First most, I'm having this entry, which is the data entry. If you see here, okay, the main object that has all the information in this context that I'm programming, it's in this variable input. Okay, input has pretty much the whole body. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. Input the first JSON body. Okay, so basically input is this whole context. So this is your input. Okay, it's all this data is inside this variable called input. Since it's array, you have to access. Array is a collection of the data. I'm saying give them the first one and give them on the JSON format. That's what it say here. And the body, okay, and then now the body, you know what it is, and there has entry, which is another array, but we want the first one. So now what do we have? We have this object. Okay, this object here. Let me click here. This is what we have on input. Okay, I'm gonna declare a variable type. Okay, that at first I'm gonna initialize as I know what it is. I don't know what it is. If it's a message or comment, this is how I'm gonna define it. So now this n3, okay, that has this variable. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, if the n3 is a messaging, okay, if it's a messaging, so I'm gonna say the type's gonna be a messaging. If the entry is change, okay, I'm gonna say that the type is comment. This is a difference. Okay, so you see, uh, although I know for sure, believe me, and I will be able to prove you that when it's a real messenger from the live, not from the test, messaging does not have this field messaging. It has the property called messaging, and then the comment always remain the same. Okay, so basically the code that I want to check if it's a messaging or if it's a messaging or comment, okay, is this one here. So now this type that is going to tell me if it's a messaging or comment, I want to add that to this whole object. That's what I'm going to do. So this code, when it's run, it's going to return this. What it's returned this is return the JSON object format and return the all entry plus this property. So basically what I did, I say for this entry, okay, for this entry, like basically I just put a 0. For this entry, add another property below, and this property is going to be type. It's going to tell me if it's comment or it's a message. I can click to test to check if it's working. So as you see, it works. It tells me that this is a comment. Let's check. Actually, it's a comment. It has a change, and then it's a comment. So now it has a type. So now, basically, when I run the workflow, this code, basically, all it does, it's add the type to the rest of the data and then pass that ahead. So now in the next node, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using something called switch. Switch, I'm going to say, if it's a messaging, go to this flow. If it's a comment, keep going to this flow. So that's what I'm going to show you in the next video. In this video, best important, I'm just processing the data using custom JavaScript function by adding more like metadata or more property to the data So then it can help me to decide which flow or which webhook it is. Okay. So stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to show you how to implement a switch. Okay. How to implement a switch. So then you drive when it's webhook, you handle that one way. When it's a message, you handle that in another way. And for you that have a question about the filter, stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about the filter for you as well in the next video.